Hey there guys, Ben here from Corner Flag Games and welcome back to a new FIFA and a new series. For all those that aren't aware, we are holding off the traditional Road to Glory career mode that we have chosen to do with Scunthorpe United. We are holding off on that until EA get their stuff in order and actually release patches well enough to the point where it's not so broken and we can actually get through it and achieve the goal. But anyway, we are going to do a little bit of a sort of trial series in a mini Road to Glory career mode whilst they sort of sort that out. So the team that we are doing this with, if you haven't already seen the thumbnail, is Western United. So for all those that don't know, Western United are a new team that have come into the Australian A-League, which is my local division. So it is going to be, a fairly traditional Road to Glory career mode, a mini one. We're going to try and see how far into the Asian Champions League we can go and whether we can actually win it. But for now, let's start by building out our manager. So we're just going to use the real-life inaugural manager of the club, and that is Australia's Mark Rudan. Now, Mark Rudan has spent a couple of years now in management. He did manage Sydney 58 in one of the lower divisions, and he's also managed Wellington Phoenix, also of the A-League, the only New Zealand team. So what we are going to do now, guys, is jump on through. I have selected the preseason tournament, but I will do that off screen, and I will let you guys know when we come back how we did in that. But here are our objectives for the new club. So youth development, sign one player to the youth academy assigned from the defender position. Probably not going to happen. Keep a streak of at least 85% in 5 consecutive home matches. That's very low. Finish with a profit of 1.15 million at the end of the first transfer window. Probably not going to happen either, even though it's high priority. Okay, so in the first season, they want us to reach the playoff final. That one might be a little bit difficult. Continental success, there is nothing there because we don't qualify for the Asian Champions League yet. So guys, what I'm now going to do is I'm now going to get through a pre-season tournament, get some players signed into the club, and I will come back to you at a later point when we're about to get into the meat and potatoes of this career mode. So guys, I will speak to you very shortly. Okay guys, so here we are at the end of the pre-season tournament and the final month of the transfer window for this career mode, and we have done a lot of our business very, very early on in the stage of the transfer window. So we've brought in a couple of reinforcements, and I'm pretty sure there's only one player that is currently left the club. We are looking to sell on a little bit more as well, mainly the older players that we're trying to get rid of. So we brought in some defensive reinforcements with a Thiago Martins coming in, a 24-year-old Brazilian centre-back with a 69 rating. He comes in on $5,000 a week. Couldn't remember exactly where we got him from, but the fee was a 1.9. Nextly, we have here Thomas Deng. We've picked him up from Melbourne Victory, and I know a lot of my subs who know the A-League are going to shudder at this signing. But anyway, he comes in on 1.8 a week on a 4-year contract, a 22-year-old. He's got quite a bit of potential, and he's better than some of the centre-backs that we do have here. We've picked him up for $850,000, and I'm pretty sure there was a swap deal involved in that one. Next, we pick up a central attacking midfielder from the Jippos, the Central Coast Mariners, and it is Daniel De Silva coming in for $4,500 a week on a 4-year contract, 22 years of age, 67 rating. Sort of had to pick him up pick up a cam relatively early, considering that Diamante is retiring at the end of this season. So we picked him up for 1.4. He did have a release clause of 1.6, so we sort of met in the middle there. So that one there is a decent signing for us. We've picked up Omar Gabar, who can play right back, right mid, and left back. 27-year-old Egyptian on a 3-year contract, 68 rating, picked up from the free agents. So he is a welcome addition to the side. We've also picked up Maya Blasic from the free agents as well, a 64 rated centre-back at 26 years of age on $2,000 a week. 3-year deal. Decent cover for us, better than the stocks that we've gotten. He has a little bit of potential to go a little bit higher as well. Picked up a striker from the free agents as well, and it is Jacques Zua, the 67 rating, 27-year-old striker from Cameroon, comes in on a 3-year deal at a 3.8 a week. Another free agent bargain. We did have to pick him up because Scott McDonald will be retiring also at the end of the season. And what we needed is some defensive midfield cover, and we have picked that one up from the free agents, and it is Figueroa comes in to fill in that spot. A 69 rated 29-year-old Venezuelan on a 2-year deal for 5.1 a week. So guys, that is the transfer business that we have done so far. If there are any more before our first game, I will let you guys know of that as we get further on into it. But if none of that happens, I'll see you for the first game of the A-League season. Okay guys, so here we are now. It is the 22nd of September in game, and we have finally made it to the first official opening game of the A-League season, and this one will be against the Central Coast Mariners. So guys, what we're going to do is, this will be like all the other seasons where we will play 2 games in one episode and simulate the other 2. This is one that we will play, being the opening game. So the team has been picked for this match. So guys, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay guys, so here it is. It is the first game of the season, and it will be the Central Coast Mariners hosting us, Western United. So here is the Central Coast Mariners lineup. It will be Pierce in goal, a back 4 of Gordon, Tonyik, Galafuko and Clisby. Kim Un-sun will be the CDM, Juric, Nisbet are the centre mid, Silvera is the cam, and Majok and Ruiz Diaz up front. And here is our inaugural lineup of Western United. So it will be Philip Curto in goal, a back 4 of Risdon, Gullum, Martins and Gabar. Figueroa and Chapman will be the defensive midfielders. Kone and Diamanti will be the attacking midfielders, with Azua and Barisha up front as the strike partnership. And it will be the Central Coast Mariners to kick off this game. Now, as we are aware, I am playing this on console, so there will not be strong lineups from a lot of the sides, and there's not really too much that I can do about that, but we'll go all guns blazing in this career mode and see what we can sort of achieve to get things going. Silvera takes a strike on goal. That is saved by Philippe Curto. Breaking off, there it goes into Chapman. Chapman tries to go round. He's smacked on by Galafuko, but does manage to win it back. Going out wide to find Kone. Heading back central into Figueroa. And you know where it's coming now. It's a defensive midfielder shot. And it comes off the back of Ruan Tonyik. And that will be a corner. Here it is again on the replay by Figueroa. Oh, handball maybe? Edge of the box, possibly. We don't know. We'll continue right along with it. And it will be Diamanti to take the corner. He smacks it straight into the mix. There's the header. And it is Ursun Gullum to score the first goal. 13 minutes in for Western United in their inaugural A-League season. Here it is on the replay from Diamanti's corner. And it's a perfectly placed corner to find the back of the net. Adam Pearce just a little bit too slow to react to that one in goal. It's a shame they're not playing Mark Birigidi instead. Much better goalkeeper. And the goal does come to Ursun Gullum. It is his first goal in the A-League. And it will be the Mariners to kick things off. It's only taken us 15 minutes to assert some sort of dominance in this fixture. Looking bright for the new A-League side. Gabar now. Going out wide to find Kone. Coming back on the inside. Zua licks one off for Bezat Barisha. Can he get it off? He does! And ladies and gentlemen, that is 2 in quick succession. So it is the new man, Bezat Barisha, recently transferred in real life to the side. And as you'll note, he does look a bit weird than what he has done in previous FIFAs. That's because I've had to make him as an actual created player. He doesn't exist in FIFA anymore since being released from his last club. And he doesn't drop into the free agents. And at this point, the squad updates haven't happened. But that's a great goal, even through Pierce's hands. And as you can see on the sideline, it is a very happy Mark Rudan. And the goal does come to Bezat Barisha. His first one for his new team in the A-League. And it will be the Mariners to kick things off. 2 goals inside 20 minutes for us. It's a great start to life in the A-League for the new Western Melbourne club. Play that straight through the middle to Zua, who's dropping deep, which is what we want him to do. I've set him up that way. Figueroa straight through. Zua, can he find some space? He gets one off, but drags it mile wide. in the attacking half. Zua dropping deep once more, all the way across Figueroa. Chapman with a long bomb. Calafuco headers it out to Clisby's feet. And the referee will call a free kick on that. It may have hit a hand on the way through. And we will get ourselves a free kick. And it is Diamante to take it. I don't know how we're going to go with free kicks. I haven't really done too many. But we'll see how we go. Locks it in over the top. Pierce nearly on the underside of the crossbar and in. But he's managed to get it free. Here it is on the replay. That's a great free kick by the ex-Italian international. It was well going. Luckily, Pierce gets a hand to it. And it is Thiago Martins that manages to come away with it this time. Diamante. And ladies and gentlemen, that will do us for the first half of football so far in this new career mode. And we're off to an absolute flying start. And at the halftime break, as we go into the sheds, it is Central Coast Mariners 0, Western United 2. So ladies and gents, here are the match facts from our first half. So for the Mariners, it is 0 goals, 4 shots, 3 on target with a shooting accuracy of 75%. To Western United's 2 goals, 7 shots, 5 on target with a shooting accuracy of 71%. We do hold the bulk of the passing accuracy with 86% to us and 81% to the Mariners. And the possession is firmly ours too, with 57% to us and 43% to the Mariners. So guys, without further ado, we're going to kick straight on with this second half. And it will be the boys of Western United to get things underway here at the Central Coast Stadium. I can't, unfortunately, when I have done all the A-League stadiums for this career mode, and unfortunately I was not, for the Central Coast Stadium, able to get the very famous Master Foods sauce bottles in the stadium. But I digress. That's fine. We'll work with what we've got. It's Kone. Tends to overlap on this side. It's gone out wide to Gabar. Gabar's going to try and pull it into the box. Can we get it through? Oh, Ziggy Gordon does get in the way. Not exactly where we wanted it. It is Matt Simon, the Wizard of Woi Woi, currently on the ball. Silvera, got plenty of space to run through here. Oh, and that's a great ball all the way through. We're going to bring Kurto out. No, what are you doing? Majock sprays it completely wide. And that was the first real chance for the Mariners. And they've absolutely blown it. But squarely hits Majock. It's Thiago Martins, the defender's going to come straight through. Zua, dropping deep here. It is Figueroa for a long bomb. Pierce knocks him off his feet. That is a fantastic strike by the defensive midfielder. Here it is, easy as you like. Just takes a crack on it. And Pierce didn't even see that one coming for a mile. Sad for him. He's had a rather rough game. But he manages to find a bit of space, wriggle free and turn on it. On his left peg and just manages to poke it just a little bit wide. 90 minutes played now. It's just about game over in this fixture. Pasquale, don't wait for the ball, son. It's Kone, waits out for it. But ladies and gents, that will do us for the first game of the season. And it has gone the way of the boys of Western Melbourne. It's a great start and some great opposition to come up against early on in the season to get our feet going. And at the end of 90 minutes, it does finish. The Central Coast Mariners 0, Western United 2. Okay, guys, so here is how the match facts ended up after our 90 minutes against the Central Coast Mariners. So for the Mariners, it is 0 goals, 5 shots, 3 on target with a shooting accuracy of 60%. To Western United's 2 goals, 12 shots, 5 on target with a shooting accuracy of 41%. Passing accuracy, we still kept it up there with an 85%. To the Mariners, 82%. And we absolutely smacked on with the possession with 61% to us and 39% to the Mariners. Okay, guys, so moving into today's second game of the episode, we are at home against the team that I support, and that is the Newcastle United Jets. So the squad has been picked. I'll let you know about that, guys. But here we go. Let's get into it. Okay, guys. So here we are. It's the first home game of the season where we host my boys, the Newcastle Jets, here at the brand new Wyndham Stadium. So here is the Western United lineup. There is one change to the lineup because of morale. So it will be Philip Kurto in goal, a back four of Brisbane, Thomas Deng, Thiago Martins, and Omar Gabar. 2 defensive midfielders in Figueroa and Chapman. Kone and Diamante will be the attacking midfielders with Berisha and Zua as the strike partnership. Here is the Newcastle Jets lineup. So it will be Noah James in goal, a back four of Matthew Miller, Ortez, Topo Stanley and Bobby Burns. Two holding midfielders in Redenton and Ugarkovic. Petrados on the right, Fitzgerald on the left. Simmons through the guts. And Mackie Petrados up front as the striker. And away we go. In the first home game here at Wyndham Stadium, which is still yet to be built. It still won't be built for another couple of years yet. But for the sake of career mode purposes, this is what we are going to be going with. So Diamante with the ball now against the Jets. We've got a bit of hustle here from Nick Fitzgerald. Chapman, just a reset. Figueroa, Barisha. Can he strike one on the turn? He does, but he drags it well wide. Very well. Figueroa out wide to find Diamante. Just back on the inside. Figueroa inside to Barisha, waiting for a run to come through. It's Chapman, the long bomb! James gets a fingertip touch to it. I already think that one was going wide anyway. We will see it back here on the replay. Just sets it up for young Chapman. Takes the strike first time on his left peg. Oh, and that's a crucial interception. And it will be a corner for Diamante. 26 minutes in. It's the short corner. Comes off the head of Martins. Gets it all the way across. Zua, first time strike. Ortiz, Barisha. Oh, what's going on here? Ortiz? What's the go? Is it a handball call? I think it might be. Oh, yeah, that's unlucky. So we will get ourselves a penalty against young Noah James. And it will be Kone to take it, if we can get it in the right spot. There we go. Top bins, ladies and gents. We've scored the first penalty. We weren't giving it to Barisha because we all know what he's like with penalties. That one has gone to Kone, who notches up his first one in the league. Unfortunately, it's a penalty, though, against the Jets. The goal does come to Kone. His first goal in the A-League. And it will be the Jets to get things underway. It's taken half an hour to get the breakthrough goal against the boys from North. It was Thomas Deng doing the dirty work there. Let's play one on the outside, past Bobby Burns if possible. Diamante sort of holds it up. There's the cross. Barisha tries to go for the header. Kone with the strike, and it's on a difficult angle. And it's a spill from the initial header that's caused them the damage, and he's bagged himself a brace. Here's the cross from Diamante. There's the header out from who I assume is, it looks like Topo Stanley. I can't exactly tell, but Kone just comes in with it, strikes it not exactly clean. And Noah James is in all sorts of trouble there. And the goal does come to Kone. It's his second in the Hyundai A-League and his second in this game. So 2 goals for us in the first half as we start to wrap things up in the first 45-minute period. Bobby Burns gets one in over the top. Looking for Nick Fitzgerald. But that one is going to go all the way out. Do a bit of work to find a bit of a gap here. Figueroa straight through to Chapman. Chapman brings it on his opposite foot. And unfortunately, I think he just tried a little bit too much as Simmons tries to break on the counter-attack for the Jets. But that will do us for the first 45 minutes. And it is the same scoreline as our last game against the Mariners. Although the Jets have put up a bit too much of a fight. And Kone has already bagged himself a brace. So as we roll into the sheds at halftime here at Wyndham Stadium, it will be Western United 2, Newcastle Jets 0. So ladies and gents, here are the match facts after the first 45 minutes. So for Western United, it will be 2 goals, 9 shots, 5 on target with a shooting accuracy of 55%. To the Jets, 0 goals, 0 shots, 0 on target with a shooting accuracy of a big fat duck. We are doing well in the passing accuracy stakes, and to be fair, so are the Jets. Jets with 83%, with Western United us on 90%, and we are killing them in the possession stakes with 68% to Ernie Merrick's boys 32%. So guys, without further ado, let's get into the second half. And it will be the boys from the Hunter to kick things off for this second half. It's sad to see that this game, that they're still playing weakened lineups and they just can't get it sorted. It would be nice to play against a full strength Jets and just see what sort of damage they can do. But unfortunately, until that patch is in, there's really not much we can do about that as Kone gets one down the side to Garber. What's he got in his locker? Pulls one in for the short. There it is. It's Zuri. He's accidentally flicked it up and he's going to take the strike. And that was silly. I was just meant to roll it across to his other foot, but And he's just going to run with it. He's just not being caught at the minute. He finds Diamante out wide. We sneak that one straight through. We do. Berisha into Zua. Zua! Go! Chase it, son. Chase it quick. Get the cross in. Oh, James manages to just get back. That was so unlucky. And as we say that, the Jets make their first substitution, taking off back to Petrados and putting on Arroyo, the new Panamanian import up front. He might do a little bit more damage and help the Jets out a little bit more. As we let go of this corner, there comes in the strike first time. Matty Miller's in the way to block it out, though. We will get ourselves a throw in. As I say that, we are into the 90 minutes, and it will be a free kick for the Jets for the rough challenge. Diamante now to push forward. And it is Arroyo who gives it straight into Thiago Martins, but there will not be any joy for the boys from the Hunter, the Newcastle Jets, because we managed to run away with this fixture. So it's a comfortable start to the season for us as we show things off in our new stadium. And what better way to show off our new stadium than a game against my lads, the Newcastle Jets. So lads, at the end of 90 minutes, it does finish Western United 2, Newcastle Jets 0. So ladies and gents, here are the matchbacks from our 90 minutes against the Newcastle Jets. So for Western United, our boys, it is 2 goals, 13 shots, 7 on target with a shooting accuracy of 53%. To the Newcastle Jets, 0-0-0 with a shooting accuracy of a big fat duck. That is not very good to see. Passing accuracy, we did hold up with 86%. The Jets dropping off to a 78%. We did belt them on the possession with 61% coming to us, 39% the Jets. Okay guys, so we move into today's third game of this episode, and it is a game away against Perth Glory. So flying across to the other side of Australia for the first time. They did lose their first 2 fixtures, so they're not doing awfully well, but they do pick up the win in this one after missing their first penalty. They do end up winning 2-1 against us. Okay guys, so moving into now the 4th and final game of this episode. We are at home against the Western Sydney Wanderers on October the 19th. So this will also be a simulated game. They have lost their last one and drew one, but it does end up being a strong win for us boys of Western United, taking them down to 0. Okay guys, so that about wraps up today's episode. So thank you very much for jumping on and joining us on this little Australian adventure. So in our next episode, there will be another 4 games, 2 simulated and 2 played like always. But we start off with a derby with another Melbourne side, and that will be against the Melbourne Victory. So I just wanted to finish up by saying thank you very much for watching, guys. Be sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed it and leave your comments and feedback down below. Don't forget to smack that subscribe button if you haven't already, and tick the little notification bell to be notified every time I upload a video. For all those that aren't aware, please jump on and join in all the fun and in all the banter on the official Corner Flag Games Discord channel. Links will be on screen and in the description below. And for all those that aren't aware, we are doing some live streaming stuff now, whether it be a chill stream or some more FIFA action over on my Twitch. So make sure you are following that, and make sure that you are subscribed on the YouTube side to get the notifications for when I go live. The link to the Twitch stream will be on screen and in the description below. And I'll be back with the next episode of the Western United Mini Road to Glory very, very soon.
Oh yeah, everybody now.